My wife went to start her 2014 Toyota Prius and was welcomed by all these lights. We suspect it's the battery. It's original, so it's 11 years old, and a test on a voltmeter showed that it was under 12 volts, so we're going to take out the battery and replace it. First thing we need to do is get to the back of the car. If you have the carpeting, take that out. On the floor, there are two locks. Turn them outward, lift, pull up, remove. Then you should have a plastic bin. Just lift that up, take that out of the way. Now my car has this cable for another purpose. There'll be a link for that if you're interested. We just lift this piece of the floor up, move that out of the way. There's a piece of plastic here. You just push in on this clip and it should come out. So we'll take this out of the way. Here's a close-up of the battery. Yours won't have this cable hanging off of it. This is the negative terminal. This is the positive terminal. It's covered, it's red. First thing we want to do is remove the negative side. That's what we're going to release first. It's a 10 millimeter bolt. Come in there, use your socket wrench or an electric drive. You may see a little bit of sparking. That's normal. And then once that nut is loose, you should be able to just ride that up. And now we're just going to move it out of the way. It's negative, it's grounded, it grounds to the body, so it's okay if it touches the body and touches this post. The reason we take this off is to disconnect that so that there's no chance, if you accidentally touch the positive to the body, that there would be a short. So remove this one. The bolt's right here on the side. You don't have to necessarily remove it. This one did. And then you want to lift this off the post. And it's just rocking in back and forth motion. And then we're going to put this over to the side. Since I took the cable off of that, which I shouldn't have, I'm just going to put it out of the way at the moment. Now we need to remove the bolt from this bolt down bracket. There's one here, there's one over here, and again, they are both 10 millimeter. Then we lift up and over, and that will move out of the way. And now there's a strap here, but there's also a vent. So we need to disengage the vent for the battery. Now the battery should just lift out. And it's a lead battery, so it's going to weigh a little. But there's your battery. This is what you take back to the dealer or wherever you buy a battery, because they're going to charge you for a core, which means you're going to exchange this for a new battery plus pay the difference. $202 later, we have a brand new battery. I went back with the Toyota original since it lasted 11 years, and I don't expect this one to last 11 years, but you never know. When you get it from the dealer, it'll have a little cap over the positive side. The negative side may be bare, and that's okay. So first thing we want to do is just drop this back into its holder. Make sure nothing is caught. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt it down in place. And you'll know when you've done it right because there are two openings on this bracket, and when the front opening lines up with the hole here, then you know you've placed it in the right place. So now we get our bolt. I'm going to start this by hand so I don't cross thread. Grab the nut, put it on the back one. And just get these snug. Then once these are snug, I will apply a socket wrench or a socket drive. As long as you're here, you might as well attach the vent. And there's a hole over on the right-hand side as you're looking down on the battery. And it's important that the battery vents. There it goes. I find that if the nipple goes down in this direction, it goes in much easier. All right, so now we're ready to take our negative. And remember, the negative kind of wrapped, kind of did a U-turn. So be aware that the negative, when it touches this post, may spark, and that's okay. Ours didn't, but my bolt and nut just came off, so I have to retrieve that because it probably fell into the tray, so I'll spare you that. I've retrieved the nut and reattached the cable that had loosened from it. So now, like I said, it may spark when you put it on this post. So in my case, it did not. And now what you're going to do is just swivel that back and forth until it's as low as it will go. Now this time when I go to tighten, I'm actually going to use just a socket because I want to feel that it's not going on too tight. This just needs to be snug, and the driver may apply too much torque. Same with the bolt and nut for the bracket. Again, we're just trying to keep the battery from moving. Okay, and now we're ready to attach our positive side. So make sure you take off the protective cap. And now there shouldn't be any spark with this one. If there is, there's something definitely wrong. So again, like before, we're just going to bring it down until it seats, and rocking it usually will work for that. Now, be careful because this is positive, everything else here is negative. So with your ratchet, you don't want to be touching metal. So just be careful that the only thing you're touching is the positive side of the battery. Okay, and we are done. All we need to do now is reattach this little piece here, and that just clips in over here and on the back side. And now you can grab the battery cover and with that in place, All we have to do is reinsert our bin, our floor, and our rug, and we're done. Once we start the vehicle, all the indicator lights go out, with the exception of the light telling us that tire pressure is low, the parking brakes are set, and we have the rear hatch open, and no one's sitting in the driver's seat. A rather simple do-it-yourself that can save you a lot of money, $200 versus $200 plus labor and installation at the dealer, which will probably cost you at least another $200. If you found this video interesting or useful, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, join the subscription team, and as always, thank you ever so much for watching.